Okay, so hi dear Taurus, very very good evening to you guys. This is Tarot Anjali, and this is a journal no contact love reading for all the Taurus Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising for the rest of the month of July 2026. Keep in mind the roles can be reversed also, the action can be from your side also, and if it is not resonating, this is definitely not your story. Please don't try to forcibly fit yourself into the reading, honey. Sometimes the messages are not for you. For personal reading healing session, check out the description box. You'll find the links below. And for tarot reading course and Ho'oponopono Masterclass 2, links are given below. So let's start. Okay, let's see. The person that you are in no contact or no communication with, their current feelings for you right now at this present moment. Let's see. The person that you are in no contact or no communication with, their current feelings for you right now at this present moment. I have the Three of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Star card. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. This is somebody who is still very much intuitively connected to you on a deeper level, which simply means that you might be dreaming about this person a lot these days, or you can sense this person's energies around you a lot these days. Their name is appearing a lot these days. Whatever this is, whatever your connection was to this person, now this person is feeling spiritually and intuitively very much connected to you. Now you might be able to feel their energies a lot these days because they're thinking a lot about you these days, especially whenever they are in silence, whenever they are thinking about somebody that they had a deep connection with, whenever they are feeling like they're about to sleep, or they are, no one else around them and they have spare time, especially that time they feel super 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 duper connected to you. If you are that Taurus who is into spirituality, who is very intuitive, and who is kind of a person who's doing a lot of healing or something, now they're able to understand your point of view also on a deeper level. This is internally what's happening on a conscious level. This person feels like coming together, coming back together, and having a mature, grounded, and stable kind of a connection with you. And they feel like remaining very optimistic and positive to the idea that at some point of time you guys are going to cross paths again, even if you guys are not going to be full-fledged lovers again in this lifetime. You guys are going to have a good connection or good bond at some point of time, eventually, if not immediately. So this person is feeling like they are very spiritually connected to you, your energies. They feel like on a deeper level they feel a deep connection with you. But when it comes to the surface level energies, they feel like even if things are not going well right now, they still remain in this hopeful and positive energies, that at some point of time things are going to be stabilized, things are going to be okay, and you guys will be able to connect or reconnect again. Even if it is not going to be a relationship, you guys are going to be friends again, especially if you guys share a common friend circle, common family circle, or something like that. So they're not giving up on the connection itself, but they might be giving up on the idea of having a romantic relationship with you. Let's see what this person wants from you. What are their intentions for the situation between you and them? Let me see. I have the Four of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is a Strength card. They want to hold back big, big, big time. They want to calm down their horses. They don't want to operate from any kind of impulsive kind of, or you can say, uh, very harsh. No, not harsh, like operating from impulsiveness, operating from anxiety or stress, or operating from, oh my god, I have to do something about the situation. This person is trying to level up from inside, and that's why they don't want to do anything foolish. Why am I saying that? This person wants to heal something that happened between you guys, where they cheated on you, lied to you, manipulated you, did something horribly wrong with you. Hmm? I know the vice versa is also true. Whatever happened, whether they did something stupid, or you did something stupid, this person wants to come forward towards you with some kind of message, a communication apology, with some kind of peace offering, like, okay, let's handle the situation like two mature adults, not let's not fight over something that we cannot change or fix. We cannot go back in the past and change things or something like that. See, They don't want to look like a fool, especially if you are glowing and growing. They are intimidated by your energies because you have become something totally different from what you used to be, at least for this person. And now they just want to catch up with your maturity, with your level of maturity, with your level of energies. And they don't want to look like a fool. That's why they don't want to operate from any kind of impulsive or restless kind of energies. On a conscious level, this person wants to come forward towards you with some kind of apology, message, communication if they are the one who did something wrong, fucked up. And if not, they want to come forward towards you with some kind of peaceful solution to the problem that created some kind of mess between you and them. In either case, whether you did something, whether they did something, they want to come forward with love, compassion, and a lot of forgiveness kind of energy. Let's see what action is this person going to take towards you, if any, by the end of July 2026. Let's see. I have the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, the World card, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. This person is like having this energy of passion ignited for reconciliation, passion ignited for coming together again. But for that coming together again, they have to wait for the right time. They are manifesting some kind of a completion of cycle in their life, whether they might be connected to somebody else, and or you might be connected to somebody else, or there is a chapter between you guys that needs to be properly healed, released, and closed before you guys are going to do anything about the situation in the coming future. So I don't see them taking any kind of direct action towards you, coming forward and saying something or doing something. Behind the scenes, they are just waiting and watching and manifesting for some kind of a completion of a cycle properly, so that they can have a brand new beginning with you at some point of time. They are not in the rush because they have learned from you your energies to calm down, to slow down, to relax, to do things in a proper way. So now the whole reading can be reversed also. You might be the one waiting for somebody, you might be the one ready for forgiveness, you might be the one learning from somebody. Take it how it resonates with you according to your energies, okay? But there is this sense of waiting and watching and hoping for some kind of a completion of a cycle, so that this person, this energy can come forward and start from the start with you again. Whether this can become a full-fledged romantic relationship or not, that's not clear to me, because they're telling me that if even if it is not going to be, even if we are going to remain good friends, that's okay for me. Yeah. Let's see what is the guidance for you guys, Taurus, for the situation for this month. I have the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. You are still in this energy of releasing something that keeps on weighing you down again and again and again. Maybe you keep on attracting the same kind of shitty or shady people again and again and again, and you're still recovering from the consequences of your decisions from your previous connections. So don't be in any kind of rush or hurry when it comes to having a brand new beginning, whether it's with the past person or somebody new. Until unless you guys are going to have everything, every conflict, every chaos, every tug of war, every shitty or shady energies out of your system, out of your energies, don't even think about having this brand new beginning. See, energetically, you guys are still in the cleaning phase of your life where you are cleaning a lot of shit. Now, you have almost done the work for yourself, you're 70 to 80% done, but that 20 to 30% can still create a lot of issues if you are not going to take care of it properly. A lot of times what we do as a human, this is our human tendency, we do a lot of thing, we do a lot of stuff with all of our heart and soul. 70 to 80% we are there, but when it comes to the 20-30% left, either we lose our interest, or we become so restless that we do, oh my god, let's do this, let's do this, let's do. I want to finish this shit, I cannot do it anymore. Don't do that shit, Taurus. This residual energy can cost you a lot if you are not going to take care of this energy properly, if you are not going to settle it down properly, heal it properly, release it properly. This brand new beginning can only happen, or should only happen when you are done with all the messes of your past, when you are done with this up in the air, conflicting, chaotic, and that keeps on weighing you down kind of energies. Now, these are minor arcana cards. These are not things that are bothering you, that are making you feel like, oh my god, I should die. No. but this is something that's still there, the residual energies, right, from multiple areas of your life, actually from multiple experiences of your life, actually. But they are, or they also require deep rooted healing, they also require proper cleansing. Then only you will be able to move forward. You should, not you will be. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you for this reading. Let me answer one of your questions related to this particular situation of your life, Taurus. This portion also might or might not resonate. If it does, good. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you 15 to 20 seconds to get the answer. And if that's not enough, you can pause and unpause whenever you feel like. If you're not going to get a clear cut yes or no, you can take the message as the guidance for your situation if you want to. So let's start. You can close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, ask your question 3 times in your mind space, keep it short, simple, and precise, and your time starts now. Yes. Okay. So the answer to your question is let go. Let go of something that you might be holding on to this much tightly. Hmm. What's happening? Yeah. At first glance, this card might seem to be suggesting that you give up your current pursuit, but that is not the message. Instead, it suggests that you let go of your attachment to the subject of your question and cease clinging, striving, and grasping. The let go card asks you to learn to love with an open hand, let universal flow come and go as it desires, and trust all is for your highest good. Something that is held and squeezed and restricted cannot grow or flourish. Release your troubles and desires to the divine and trust in spirit to find the perfect solution in the perfect time. That is the answer for you, Taurus, if it is making any sense. If not, just let it go. Okay? Cool. So thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. We'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye. Take care. May existence bless you. Namaste.